Hello YouTube, this is Time Itself with a game of Domination on Storm. I've been pretty happy with how Storm has turned out for Domination. I had some concerns early, but this has really been a fun map to play on. Anyway, you know what I do, I rush the point. So, lightweight marathon. So the Spetsnaz make it to the B room first. Normally they'll head up to the second floor and shoot down on you, good idea. Sometimes they'll come in on the ground level, and here I'm just not paying attention and try to throw a stun grenade. And don't have my gun ready, so bad death. I should not have been doing that. I should have thrown that stun around the corner. I've got FMJs on my mini Uzi instead of the silencer that I often like to run. I think I'm just working on FMJ kills in this game. Pretty old game actually, since I've got urban on this thing instead of fall as I had for the last couple weeks. But hey, it's a good game, so it should be fun to watch. Task Force can keep the Spetsnaz teams from taking any points early, but you're just not going to dominate on this map. You need to have a spawn trap, and we like to set that up at C. It just gives us the best route. So let's take a minute to talk about how we hold down the spawn trap at C. And there are only going to be 3 ways out of our spawn trap. The first is this door into the second floor of the B warehouse, and they'll just run up the stairs and come out of their spawn. It's not the easiest place to defend. There's not a lot of cover. You can kind of go prone, but it's kind of tricky. They're going to be spawning back here in this warehouse with the pallets, and this is the other spawn, and they will just spawn on that staircase as long as no one's looking at this. And this is the nasty spawn to have, and you don't want to get stuck there because you'll end up charging down this tunnel, and well, you know, it's a fair firefight if you're both in the windows, but if you're running down here, you're not going to take that. Someone will just be in this building or off on the side. It's a good place for sentry guns, and you're just going to have a hard time getting down that tunnel if people are watching it. So as defenders, that's the one you want people running down. The second floor is probably the hardest to defend, and finally there's the shipping containers, which generally give enough cover to give anyone trying to defend them a reasonably good shot at it. You don't want them getting to the water tower. So again, they get their own little corner of the map, and really it is just a corner. So that's the spawn trap, and we go back to the game. So we've got the points that we want, but there were 5 of us who took B, so we need to spread back out and establish our lines of defense and start up our spawn trap. They're taking A, so this is a nice frag. I think I bounced it off the roof and actually managed to get him. That was pretty awesome. It looks like my teammates have the B room and the tunnel covered, so I need to head back over to the shipping containers, and here I think I make a mistake. I should stay behind cover to take this guy, or at least crouch, and I don't. I simply decide to rely on the fact that I can aim down my sights and pull the trigger as soon as I see him. It worked out for me that time, but I could play it a little safer and be a little more reliable in that kind of situation. I really don't know how they got B, but we took it right back, so no matter. Now we're losing A. I got 2 teammates running back, and instead of going for A as I come out of this door, I go back to lock down the spawn trap and make sure that more of them don't get out to the water tower and to A. And now I do need to pay attention to, if we do decide to switch points, I need to go ahead and push in on C and hurry up about it. But in this case, the 2 teammates go back and take A, and we've more or less still got them in the spawn trap. Now that is an important stun to throw. I can see on the minimap that there are people there, and by leading with a stun I'll slow them down and be able to tell who's there, and if it looks like they get around the corner, then I can jump out the other window. Now these guys aren't being completely stupid and aren't charging down the tunnel anymore. They can go for A or they can go for B through here, but the tunnel's not going to work. So here's a bad decision on my part. I go back out here to lock down the spawn trap again, and I don't have any help, and there's a guy over on the water tower, and there's another one coming from the shipping containers, and you know, I just get spinning around and just I can't decide where to go, and it ends up just getting me killed, and that was bad. I probably should have just gone back inside and waited for more help, or just charged up to the guy at the water tower, one of the 2. And then here's another stupid one. I go back for a revenge kill, and it's the same 2 guys, and this time the one up by the water tower gets me, and my teammate dies too to the guy with the F2000, so not a very heads-up play on my part there. I think these guys came through the second floor of the B room. I don't know where he went, but he's dead, so I'm going to go ahead and retake the point. But a new topic for a moment. been doing this for a couple weeks now, and I'm starting to wonder what kinds of games people really want to see. Obviously, I've uploaded quite a few Domination shutouts, some 20 plus KD games to the CDA channel. Those were all pretty good games, and I think you'd learn a lot by watching the gameplay and listening to the commentary. Pretty informative, but it's still not quite as entertaining as maybe I'd hoped. There are several issues related to that. My own performance is strongly reflected in my team's performance as a whole, especially in these objective-based game types like Domination that I enjoy. And when I start having a YouTube-worthy game, per current standards, the other team starts leaving, and it messes things up. I recorded 2 Domination shutouts last night, one on Derail and another on Strike. And that's a reasonably common occurrence, but in both games, the other team was down to a couple players for more than a minute or so. And that's just not the kind of game that I want to upload. On the other hand, you have the high KD games. Some of those rely too much on kill streaks. I don't enjoy that a whole lot. And others involve simply not dying a lot, and that leads to conservative gameplay, which, you know, 3 kills per minute is okay, but it's not fast enough. I think you need to see at least 4 or 5 before it really starts to flow into a lot of action. And the lower KD games, just playing more conservatively, probably only hit about 3 kills per minute. And again, that's just not exciting enough to really want to watch. Then there's the, if you're not being aggressive, you're probably not making as many mistakes, and there's just not as much to comment about. So what I plan to start trying to upload is more games like this one. Lots of kills, a fair number of deaths, KD a little over 3.5, perfectly respectable by any standards, but I feel like I play a strong role in my team's win here, and there's a lot of stuff I can really talk about to break it down and try and give some tips and improve my game, and hopefully help anybody else out who's watching this. I'm also going to try to start uploading some close games, maybe even a loss when that occasionally happens. Again, just because there's more to comment about, and there's more to be learned from those games. All that out of the way, there is going to be a link to a very close game on this map in the description, and I'll probably post another link at the end of the game too. There isn't any commentary on it, so you can hear the chat and watch the gameplay. I'll try to add a few annotations in timely places in the video to point out some stuff too. I'll also post a link to a very close game on Bailout where I've recorded the chat audio separately from the game audio. Should be pretty fun to listen to. Oh, it's the little things that make it fun. If you couldn't hear there, one of my teammates was humming Flight of the Valkyries as he was letting his chopper gunner come onto the map. And we've ended up swapping points here. It's not really a problem. The spawn trap at A works just fine. There just isn't that tunnel that one person, 1 or 2 people in a sentry gun can really control and keep that side in. They still have 3 ways out from A, but again, this is a fine spawn trap, and we got a chopper gunner, so no matter. Could have shot through the wall at those guys there, but you know what? The chopper gunner already killed them, so it doesn't really matter. And I just get to shoot at the people who are trying to run away from the chopper gunner, and cut out some host migration there, and get back to the game. Oh, would you look at that? They want Charlie back. They want to go back in their spawn trap. How nice of them. Oh, and multiple predators at the same time, killing multiple people is always fun. Almost have to start to worry about coordinating it with your team so that you at least get 1 kill apiece instead of all trying to go for the same cluster of 2 or 3 guys and then only one person getting the kills. So I'm defending the 2nd floor now. I could go in there and go prone on the floor, and I pick up 1, maybe 2 kills if I do that, but you know, they figure it out and you just get grenaded. So it seems like a better idea just to hop out of the window occasionally and try and get somebody. Looked like 2 guys in final or last stand over there. Couldn't tell what was going on, but they were definitely both prone and sitting in their spawn. Pansies. Yeah, I don't know why I tried to shoot at that. I'm not gonna get it even with FMJs on this. So I'm going back to pick up those guys, especially the one on top of the truck. And here I shoot through, and there's a hit marker, but I didn't get him. I'm really not sure what was going on there. Anyway, no one's out at the shipping containers in the water tower, so they're running into the B room from there. Alright, here, the smoke completely obscures this guy. I don't know where he is. And then he shoots at me, so I can tell where he is. And I don't know if people don't realize it, but if you don't have a silenced weapon and you fire, people see your muzzle flash, and it makes you easy to see. That's how you can spot snipers if you're having problems seeing them. I mean, it really is. Here, go dive for me so I can tell where the sniper is. It works the same way on all of the guns. We took the shipping container side, but then they started getting through the tunnel. So you win some, you lose some. But they're still rushing B instead of trying to get behind us, which might be their better bet at this point. Very hard to split a team on this map, but it is doable just because of the distance that you have to travel from the B room to get to either of those points. And in doing so, you'll pull people off of B, and maybe you can take it then. Alright, so there was a call for domination before the end of the game, so here we all are on C. And this will wrap up the game, 200 to 119 with a 44-2-12 game. So I had a lot of fun playing this one. I hope you had fun watching it. I hope the commentary was useful, and once again, thank you for watching.
Losing A. Charlie.
We got knives in apartment, he's going for A.
Securing C.
He's not communicating anyway.